Right, let's try and fit in a game of blitz chess. So we'll just pick the normal 3 minutes, so 22:20. Good luck. Let's play Caro. Okay, knight up. Let's go a6. Okay, take. So we'll take with a pawn. Okay, move our knight so it's not captured, although it might not be bad if it was. So I've got bishop up, I've got pawn up, I've got knight up. I quite like bishop up actually. Just get it outside the pawn is a standard principle. We're just trying to get castled and then kind of worry about what to do. The bishop up and then knight in and trade the bishops is very common in the Caro. In lots and lots of variations. Bishop up, knight down, takes, queen takes, maybe there's knight takes. Let's just play it anyway because we're just trying to castle. I doubt he'll take. Yeah, he plays knight in, but are we okay to grab a pawn here? He might take our knight actually. Let's see what he does. Oh, he goes with the knight because he spotted it. So I think we will castle. And I might take here with the bishop just to create an imbalance. 2 knights versus knight and bishop. If I take with a knight, of course, he can take back with his pawn, which wouldn't be so good. I'm going to do it just to create some sort of imbalance. If he goes with the bishop, I'll take, so I think he'll go with the pawn. Oh, he has gone with the bishop. So we're probably going to see f4 coming at some point. So if I drop back, we'll see f4, check, and there's a pawn here. So let's create that then, because we've got a check and a pawn if he plays f4, so he doesn't. So queen up, take, take. Probably a half decent move. Let's just try it. Okay, it's now knight up again. Threaten to hit 2 pawns, or maybe just rooks across. So he's guarded that, so let's play the rooks across. Got to give my king a square. My opponent's already done that, so I have to spend a move pushing a pawn at some point. Or I've got this permanent back rank vulnerability. My march is on. Okay. Is it time to push? Here, pawn takes. I don't think it is. Let's just push a pawn and see what he does here. Okay, so I might need to spend a move bringing the rook back. So he's come forward. So I've got rook up, I've got rook across. I think just rook across here. And then maybe knight back to kick his rook. Rook up first, knight back, he can still come in. So maybe this rook up. Because I want to play knight back to kick the rook without allowing him in. We hit the pawn as well. Now the knight can't guard the pawn. So what does he do? Knight down is the threat. That's the threat. So he's played knight in. So I can take a pawn for a pawn. But knight in, rook takes, takes, knight takes, then takes, and there's a back rank mate threat. So takes, rook takes, takes, knight takes, and he's threatening checkmate. Knight back. Yeah, I don't like that. I can't go there. Let's come across first and then threaten knight back. That was a serious checkmate threat there because the knight was blocking my king and no obvious way to get out without losing material. Okay, so now I'll come back and hit the rook. Come back this way, hit the pawn. Is rook across a move? Takes, takes. There's no real knockout for the knight check. King where the rook is and we guard the pawn. Oh, we lose the other pawn, yeah, maybe it's not a move. h6 first to stop this. Although that would be a discovered check though, wouldn't it? I'm thinking if rook here, trade, it's a discovered check, so pawn h6 wouldn't matter. So he goes across, so let's push the pawn up. Okay. Is he not trapped here? No, but I can win a pawn, I think. So we hit another pawn, we've got rook back. So he's coming to hit this. Kick the knight. He's got this. Oh no, he hasn't got that, has he? He's covered. It's covered. So Now rook back must be a move, so let's play it. Might have gone a bit wrong. I've got to get my king up. It's no good where it is. Oops. I've really gone wrong here, haven't I? Oh, check, yeah. Wins on the spot. Oh, does it? Does it? I've got to try and get his pawns. If I get his other pawn, I can't lose the game. But I can't win it either, can I? Yeah, you can definitely win the pawn. So it's just a draw. Okay, well done, but it wasn't a bad game at our level, was it? Let's put it through the engine and see what it was in engine speak. Right, I've flipped the cameras around now so we can just get the PGN and bring it into lead chess as per usual. So we just copy that. We look for lead chess, we go to tools and import. Now let's request a computer analysis. You can do that on the next screen as well. You don't have to do it there. We're black for this game, so we use the menu button there. We can just flip the board and then press the menu button again to get rid of it. It felt like it was a decent game at our level, but doesn't mean there wasn't lots of blunders in it. So let's just find out. We can see the ending there is completely flat and level, but yeah, we're actually lost -6. We're -6, so we've got lucky. In this position, he's got ways to clean the pawns up, and so we've got very, very lucky there. We've got very lucky. He'll have ways to clean up the pawns and keep his at least one of his own pawns on the board. That's what he needed to do. So we're slightly better very, very briefly. So it's flatline level for the first 29 moves in this position. And we've gone, opponent's gone wrong first. We've then gone majorly wrong here. And then we've got lucky here. So it was move 38 to 49. So for 10 moves we're worse. But in this position, we're slightly better here. And what did we do here? We're +2 here. Still here. Instead of rook here, which messed up all the pawn structure, we needed to just come right across here and this, and the pawn structure is suddenly gone. And then I've gone wrong here, haven't I? I should have played king back immediately to deal with this knight check instead of moving the knight away and losing a piece. And here he just has to try and keep at least one pawn on the board. So we got lucky here. So it's still +3 for white. So knight check was the best move. And then we couldn't go across here because of the king. And as soon as we got the last pawn, we can't lose the game. But so it's back to level, but we couldn't win either. We couldn't possibly keep the pawns on the board. So it's just a draw. So we got a bit lucky there. So it's still a decent game at our level. So what was it? 91% versus 93%. CPL 20 and 18. So not bad for our level. Not bad.